Hi guys, my name is Sakaja. I'm the Senator for Nairobi City County. I'm excited to talk to you about the Startup Bill. The Startup Bill, which has been published on the 14th of September 2020, has also been read for the first time on the 6th of October, and will go through the process of the Senate and then the National Assembly. Is really a legal framework that we've designed with the aim of creating a conducive ecosystem for the startup community in this country. This is to enable startups to grow, to thrive, to encourage innovation, and to encourage investment and government support for startups. World over, Kenya is recognized as the Silicon Savannah. We've had a lot of innovation coming out of this country without, or rather in spite of government not having put enough effort to support this thriving sector that I consider the next frontier for our economy. So who does this target? It's not just all startups. A startup is not just any company that starts. We're targeting innovations and companies that are based on technology with innovative ideas and solutions to meet a need within society and of course within business. Many might ask, what does this bill hope to achieve? The first thing, which is very important, is that the bill seeks to mainstream this culture that we have as a country of innovation and entrepreneurship. Of course, we also need to recognize that this bill will go a long way, and not just in simplifying the registration of startups, but in formally recognizing what a startup is and creating what we're calling a special virtual economic zone, such that, as opposed to what has been in the past where an economic zone, whether it is EPZ or the SEZs, are a place where it's geographically compact, in the river or in Mombasa, you can have a virtual economic zone where certain startups that are recognized, that are using technology to leverage, whether it is in Mandera or Nairobi or Mombasa or Kisumu, are recognized as one ecosystem. Of course, which is very important, is for us to be able to create and to give incentives for growth. And there are many kinds of incentives. Tax incentives, you're talking about tax holidays on duty, on VAT. You're talking about registration, simplifying the number of licenses a startup would require for formal recognition, the kind of returns they need to file, and of course, and more importantly, creating a framework through which investors, angel investors, can be able to have their investment in recognized startups de-risked to a certain percentage, whether it is 10, 20, 30% of what they put in case the startup does not take off in a certain period of years. Many may ask, how does this change the landscape? Number one, there's never been a proper formal nexus between the private sector, the government, academia, research, and investors. And this creates a starting point for that to be done. You may be asking yourself now whether you're in a startup or an incubator, because we're also providing for how all these incubators can be supported and encouraged. How do you engage? How can you give us your views? First, and most importantly, read the bill. I've seen a lot of comments that are not informed by what is in the bill. You can download it on startupbill.ke or on sakaja.co.ke. There are many forums that we've organized, and you can follow me on Twitter at Sakaja Johnson. You can follow me on Facebook, because I keep issuing notices of this process of public participation. Drop us your line, drop us your comments, give us your views. The bill is not in its final form. As you know, there are certain stages of amendment that are coming up. And I've seen already many concerns that it should be a money bill. Of course, it will eventually be a money bill, because many of these incentives and many of these provisions that require resources will come in at the next stage when it's at the National Assembly. So give us your views, give us your thoughts. It's a great place to start, and I hope sooner rather than later we can have this framework to build startups in our country. It goes hand in hand with what has been my motto for the last few years that I've been in the National Assembly and the Senate, which is creating economic opportunities for the people of Kenya, and especially the young people of Kenya. So engage, connect, and read the Startup Bill. Thank you.